What's up, y'all? You're now tuned into another episode of CultuR HackR. We're on this channel. The goal is to simply change the narrative. Now, on this episode, I have a clip where Master P is on the Breakfast Club doing an interview, and he's spitting some true knowledge. And I just wanted to just put this together just to talk about some of these things that he spoke about in this video. Master P really knows his stuff. Honestly, really thankful for that, brother. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Alright, that's enough talking. Let's get into the video.
Who gonna out hustle me? This 2020. This ain't 1995. I got chipped. I ain't going nowhere, y'all, man. Whoever watching this, y'all better realize y'all thought what I did in 98. Now I got chips. Hold up. And
You got noodles, chips, shoes.
I got syrup.
You ain't got your own syrup now. Stop, Pete.
I got pancakes. I got the rice,
right?
Uncle P rice. Look, I ain't going nowhere. I get better with time.
For those of you that don't know, Master P has been through a lot. Like, he's a real street dude on some real. He's been from the gutter, raised in the projects, down in New Orleans, and he a real street dude, hustler and all. But he came from all of that. He beat poverty to become a multi-millionaire. He's one of the greatest of all times, and that's why I just had to take the time out to do this video. Master P, I'm gonna let him talk. I just wanted to fill that in.
Y'all, and that's where the hustle game comes from, the streets. So my thing is to tell anybody, you take that same street mentality and put it into doing something positive, you don't have to look over your back. And man, I just want to tell y'all that God has blessed me, that I'm here to still be alive with everything that I went through. And I've never disrespect nobody, never took nothing from nobody. If I owe somebody something, I paid them. And you know, everybody's not gonna be happy, Charlamagne. Some of these guys, even that you see on this documentary, some of these guys had a lot of money. Snoop Dogg is a prime example. He took his money, he flipped it, he got in business. I'm proud of him. He went to the University of No Limit, graduated, and he a boss. Some people took their money, went to the strip club, brought cars, brought jewelry, try to keep up with their neighbors.
Did y'all hear what he said? Did you really? Like, he made a lot of sense right there. A lot of people had gotten their money and wasted it. That's all he was just pretty much saying. Snoop Dogg took his money and invested it and made who he is today. Snoop Dogg is a multi-millionaire, also came from California, big time rapper. But what ends up happening to all the people that were in there with Snoop Dogg and Master P, what ends up happening, a lot of people took all that money they made with P and turned around and lost it because they wanted to show off. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, on some real, showing off will cost you a lot in the long run. Why? Because of depreciating assets. If you don't know what depreciating assets are, it's items that lose their value over a period of time. And what a lot of people do on some real, they'll buy depreciating assets with their hard-earned money or their earned income, and then over a period of time they have nothing to show for it. Because let's say, for instance, if you buy rims, a lot of people I know love to buy rims, and ain't nothing wrong with buying rims. But if you buy rims and over a period of time they are going to lose their value. So if you spend a couple grand on rims, in a few years those same rims will not be worth that money. And that's pretty much what he's saying here. A lot of people were taking their money and just blowing it on cars, on clubs, just going out to the club different times of the week, things of that nature. And what ended up happening was they lost their money and they have nothing to show for it. But a person like Snoop Dogg, who took his money and invested it into his business, we see where Snoop Dogg is now. He's on TV, he's still relevant. Same as Master P, a great musician, big time rap artist from my generation. I was born in 92, so I grew up listening to Master P. And one of the things about P, I was born in 92, so I was hearing about Master P as I was growing up. My parents listened to Master P. Master P was a big deal. But today's time, we know P doesn't have to make any music. He gets all his money from his investments. Because when you invest your money in appreciating assets and in products that over a period of time make you money or make you passive income, then what will end up happening is over a period of time you will get paid for work that you did years ago. But he's going to talk more about it in this video. I'm going to let him get back to what he was talking about.
I've never worried about what Puffy, what Jay-Z had, because life, business go up and down. Right. And so when it go up and down, I've never been jealous of nobody. I never worry about, well, who's selling what. I sold 100 million records. I'm blessed. I come from the projects. My mission is right now to help the younger people and the elderly. If we could educate and prepare them, then we could keep going. And anybody that you want to soak up game from me, I'm like the blueprint. I'm gonna give it to you. I don't want to take this with me, because our people in our culture, they talk about how great you are when you're gone. What about why you here? Think about it. So I tell people, product outweighs talent. Aunt your mom and Uncle Ben, we've been buying them products for over 130 years.
Told you.
Now they're taking those products off the shelves. How many artists and entertainers will last for 130 years? This product is gonna be around when I'm not around. But my family gonna be able to eat off of this because I had the vision. And even when nobody thought, like the Miyatis, like think about it. So now you got Miyati clothes now. You got Miyati shoes. You got the No Limit Chronicles. I got the jerseys. So, 1998, the blinged out. So, we're able to do this on our own. When you look at African Americans and Latinos, we normally don't own anything. And I'm not saying you need to have ownership of everything, but you do need control. If you have the control, then you can control the narrative. Same thing we did with this documentary. So y'all got to look at it. Yeah, we started, some movies we made, people's like, oh, it's okay. But we got better with time. We went back in the gym, just like a basketball player did. We went back into the studio, found better production people in group. But we allow these other companies, like even people laughed at me with the Miyatis. So think about this, where the Miyatis are now. I mean, a fan base that got so big because people do want different. Some people don't want the same thing that everybody else have, and everything is not for everybody.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all, you got a dream you chasing, people are going to laugh at you because they don't see the bigger picture. The best thing you can do is find people who believe in the same dream that you have. Someone who can honestly, even though they are not there, but they understand where you're coming from. So when you speak, it's not foreign. And both of you can bounce ideas off each other, because it's difficult enough to have a dream and no one see it but you. But then when people are laughing at you and trying to put you down because they can't see your dream, that's just a whole nother level of just rising up. You'll get past it. But when you have people there in your corner to help you battle that, or just understand where you're coming from, you can definitely reach your goals faster.
They laugh when I did the noodles. They talk about how much sodium. I said, well, how much sodium ramen have? Then somebody even asked me, what's in the rice? What's in Uncle Ben rice? Y'all done spent billions of dollars for it. Right. We get our product from the same place they get. I think people not used to seeing people look like us own things. I got in the product. I was prepared. So people don't realize, I tell people the music business, you're only gonna be hot between 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, you're gonna only be hot. After that, you got some people go on, able to do shows. I'm saying 3 to 5 years. So you need to start figuring out what you're gonna do.
You hear that? Musicians out there, hey, you got 3 to 5 years to pop off. Like, that's it. That's all you got. You got that, the shine. You're gonna live your best life in the limelight in that time. And once that's over, then what you gonna fall back on? There's plenty of artists in that situation right now, and that's why we don't hear about them anymore. But the key is to take the money that you made from being hot at the time, get all that money and put it into an asset that can continue to make you money over time. And you don't even have to be a musician to do this. You can work a 9-to-5 job, you can have a side hustle, whatever you're doing to make money. Just don't blow all your money on things that aren't doing anything for you after you've used them. Everything has its purpose, but if you can figure out how to take your money and have your money work for you or make you money over a period of time, then you will get the most benefit from your money. It could be well worth it. I've seen it done and I practice this. Trust me.
When I was in the business, I was already prepared to sell, move on, create another brand and start over. And so that's thinking business. That's not thinking like, oh, this gonna last forever. I could rap forever. No, I could make music forever, But to be hot, your fan base is gonna grow up. Those people gonna have kids. You could go from Lil Baby to the Baby to whoever right now. In the next 3 to 5 years, somebody else is gonna be so hot to where they're gonna have to start thinking about doing something else. That's the game. Creating other artists, go find brands and product. If they do that right now, they'll be around forever. And so that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like a businessman thing, just like Jimmy Iovine and one of those other big companies, CEOs are thinking, you know what, let me get this, go find some more artists, go figure something else out. I mean, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, they made more money doing the beats.
I'm sure y'all heard that. Pretty much, Dr. Dre, which is a well-known producer in the music industry, also was in the group NWA. Well, Dre is pretty much a billionaire. When I looked, it said he was worth around $800 million to right at $1 billion, somewhere up in there. And the thing about Dre, he didn't even make all that money from music. He made his money from beats because he took his money and invested it into a product. Honestly, we see how much he's done made already off of the Beat headphones and all the products he has with that name on it. I can't stress this enough. Take the money you have, save a piece for you, pay yourself first, then with that money, invest it into a product, invest it into building your craft up, invest in yourself. That's the thing. You want to get into that notion of investing into yourself, because when you can invest into yourself, then over a period of time, you'll be able to invest in others. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to what Dre has done, when it comes to Master P has done, and Snoop Dogg and whoever else that's just talked about, everything they've done has been for the greater good of somebody else. It's all about being able to help the next person. And all of them have products and services that people still use to this day, and honestly that people will still use when they are gone away from this earth and has passed on into the next realm. So I just want to put that out there, y'all. Invest in yourself. Save your money so your money can save you.
Then music.
Right.
So you use the music for a while to get you in. I tell athletes, while you hot, go find some product. Don't just think you're going to play basketball forever. You look at Jordan, like, I mean, if it wasn't for the shoes, you know, he wouldn't be where he at right now. You got to think outside the box.
Check this out. This is where he's talking about money. And I just thought this was so dope what he said, some of the concepts he used. Check it out.
You gonna do
Did he try to blackball you? Seriously?
Huh?
Did he try to blackball you? Since you didn't do a Jimmy Iovine for not doing a deal with him?
I mean, he told me I wasn't gonna never get a deal, but I told you I put my trust and faith in God. When you put your trust and faith in God, He'll make your enemies your footstool. They say that in the Bible. And I just walked out there and said, He let me know. A light bulb went off in my head. That's why I tell people education is more important than anything. You know, I pray for wisdom. I don't pray for money. And when I walked out there, I'm like, man, I'm worth 20, 40, 30 million dollars. You know, and I said, I just got to keep working. I'm going to just go do this on my own.
Master P is absolutely correct. When it comes to money, people will sell their souls for money, y'all. Like, on some real, you got to be careful, because if a person realizes you're desperate for money, they will want you to go to extreme measures just to get it.
And I mean, sometimes that's what they got to do. I say, you know, never take a deal when you're desperate. I was desperate. My money wasn't right. And so, you know, because when you got money, you're going to go in there with a different attitude. Right. And so I'm like, well, you know what? This don't matter to me anyway. Where could I go? You know, there's nothing else you could do to me. I go back to the hood, start over and keep building. It's time to go work even harder. So that motivated me to where I knew that I got to get out here and go get it.
Invest in yourself. I'm telling you, that's the key to the game that nobody ain't gonna put you on to. Investing in yourself will take you a long way. One of the things I just want to leave you with before I go, y'all, save your money so your money can save you. Also, invest in products, services, invest in yourself. Take a piece of your money and put it back into you. Find ways to make yourself more valuable to the marketplace or to others. Then when you offer value to the marketplace, you'll always make money. But y'all, I just wanted to drop that on you. Master P was definitely speaking some real. In the comments below, if you knew Master P had his own products such as shoes, rice, pancakes, syrup, Put it in the comments below. Some of those items were new to me, but some of them I hadn't heard about. But I was definitely not surprised because it's Master P, and Master P has always been a hustler. But I thought that was super dope. But that's the whole goal. Invest in products so when you do pass away, you'll still be making money and you can still feed your family. That's dope. It don't come no better than that. I appreciate you tuning in. So until next time, change the narrative. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.